A yellow brick road to take you away. E.T. calls home, but the signal's low. Marty plays guitar just to steal the show. This Miscellaneous Film Festival, where every movie's incredible. You never know what to expect. This film festival's the best.
Welcome back to the Miscellaneous Film Festival podcast, the podcast for curiously curated films. My name is Jacin. With me today is Aileen.
Hello.
And Nick.
Hello, everyone.
And we are once again talking about brand movies. Movies that are actually commercials for products, or in this case, a planned community in Texas called Castle Hills. The movie we're talking about came out in 2011. It's called Cooper and the Castle Hills Gang. It's about a boy and his friends who explore his planned community's many amenities. The shopping center, the golf course, the weird hedge maze, all in a wholesome summer adventure.
Oh my god.
Trying to find an old man's ring. Bringing community
before his
together.
wife comes home and gets mad at him.
And what's really cool is that the old man explains that, well, it's a symbol and she'll be disappointed that he lost it, but because they're so much in love, it won't ruin their relationship or anything. I thought that's...
Actually, it would be fine. The stakes are very low here.
Yeah.
Stakes are low.
Let's not
Low
be
stakes.
too concerned.
I mean, you don't want a community with high stakes, people. Come on now.
It's
You want
at the
low-stakes
level of a
community.
Christmas romance movie where you're like,
Yeah.
there are stakes, but don't worry, there will be no consequences.
Yeah, it was very like Disney Channel meets Hallmark.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, as we said, the movie is just a wholesome summer adventure for kids, but its origin comes from a pre-planned community that part of it is actually gated and very exclusive, featuring homes that start in the upper hundreds of thousands, going up to $3 million per house.
That neck of the woods.
And the marketing company that made it said, marketing is no longer about selling, it's about engaging. So they wanted to sell the feel, the wholesomeness, the warmth of this community, also advertising all of its amenities. There's a shopping center within this planned community.
Golf course.
A golf course, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There were multiple times they used this line in the movie that was like, finding something as small as a ring in a neighborhood this big would be practically impossible. Yeah.
It's not that big even. I looked it up on a fucking map. And then the whole movie ends with the little boy Cooper saying, let's just say that in the end, everybody got something they wanted or even needed. Everyone got happy.
In the greatest neighborhood in the whole world.
Yeah, it says
Castle Hills.
Castle Hills, the greatest neighborhood. Yeah.
See, now I found this to be an incredibly successful film.
Oh, it was. And
Absolutely.
And they really ran with it. They premiered it at a film festival even.
Oh, yeah.
My
No,
God.
I found this film. I brought this film into this festival because I found this film in, what was it, 2008? Is that when this film was? 2010?
Yeah, it looks like it was filmed in 2010 and released in 2011.
Yeah. So around 2011, I was engaged, and I saw a trailer for this movie.
A trailer?
I was like, oh yeah,
Sorry.
It was on Apple Trailers. That's how I came across this. Like
Wow.
they marketed this as a legit movie. That was, again, the days when Apple Trailers had like every trailer, and it was so great. You could download them all. It was amazing. But I found this movie, and I was just sitting in my trailer edit bay, kind of hating life at the moment because everything was getting really stressful. I was engaged, everything, and I saw this movie and I was like, this is adorable. I want to cut trailers for movies like this because this is adorable, and I just need some more adorable stuff in my life.
It is. It's a little like Encyclopedia Brown kind of.
But it's my youth. Like that Cooper kid, that's what I did as a kid, but it was in a, suburb of a city, and we had a park, and it was just a neighborhood with neighbors.
Oh.
It wasn't this enclosed gated community. And I think it speaks a lot to trying to get people who had that 80s kind of experience where you could run around your neighborhood and feel totally safe. And as an adult, seeing kids that are engaging with members of the community, there's always eyeballs on your kids. In this community, you're safe. So it's like, oh, that's the childhood that ideally I want. That's kind of the suburban American dream childhood. In this case, it's very expensive and you have to buy it because such is modern
white.
America. And everybody's white. Lack of Latino representation in a huge way for a Texas community. That was very blatant. Yeah, that was no good. But overall, I thought, like, if you're trying to sell this community to this type of person with this much money and little kids, it's pretty effective.
I was a little bit confused about the audience for this movie because this is a 50-minute movie, and I don't know many adults who would have sat through this whole film. Like, it's very much a kids movie, right?
Right.
But you're not selling this community to children in the same way that you're selling toys to children. Like, a kid's not going to go and be like, I want to move to Castle Hills, Mom. Like,
right.
In the same way that they're like, I want a Barbie for Christmas.
I think my suspicion, and maybe Nick, you have a perspective on this, was that it was the kind of thing that parents would get roped into. They would have to sit through this or watch this for the sake of entertaining their kids. And then subliminally or additionally, they would pick up on all the great amenities and a safety of this community. And if they were thinking about also selling the idea of moving somewhere based on a movie seems strange to me.
Absolutely.
A planned community and not like moving to Tuscany or moving to New York or something.
I would like to know how successful this was. Like,
I would too.
I can tell you.
Here's a question: have you ever tried to buy a $2 million home? Because when you start to that's exactly it. It's like you can't quite grasp the kind of person that they're trying to attract.
That's true.
It's a hard thing to grasp. Exactly. But if I'm wanting that where I suddenly don't have to worry as much about a nanny or anything like that when I'm family planning because this community is so like that. If you show that to someone who's kind of on the fence about where they should get their $2 million home and they're trying to plan a family, I think something like this could put them over the top.
Castle Hills reported, I'm sorry, not Castle Hills. Castle Hills was developed by a company called Bright Realty, and they reported a 40% increase in traffic to the Castle Hills specific website as soon as this movie got uploaded to the internet. It was also shown in theaters and sold as a DVD.
And released on DVD. Yeah, I found a behind-the-scenes thing on, like, the Internet Archive that was, like, all of the special features that were on this DVD.
What were they? What additional special features?
I only watched, some of them were just like little like things about Castle Hill, like these 1 minute little segments about like, look at this, more detail about our golf course or whatever.
Right.
But there was like a 7-minute like behind the scenes thing that I watched that was just like, they just filmed it there with a lot of the residents that already lived there. And like this was kind of, I get the sense that in addition to marketing the community, it was also just like a community project. Like all
I'm
of
sure
these
they play
people,
it like every year.
Yeah.
Everybody was just like, let's make a movie about our neighborhood, and they're all like rich enough that they put some money.
Which,
into
as a
it,
filmmaker,
probably.
like, can you think about that backdrop? You can do whatever you want, wherever you want. Just stay on story.
And as a community activity, that's a really fun thing. It makes us feel more wholesome. Although you're right, it's to benefit rich people. This movie cost $500,000 to make, more than a house in Castle Hills.
That's about right.
That's and in 2011, that would have gone a little further than it would today.
Yeah. And it wasn't poorly made. It was everything about it was pretty well made. I was looking for like things to criticize about it. I was like, it's made like a Hallmark movie.
There was like the one drone shot towards the end. I don't know if you guys noticed this, where it looks like the drone's about to like crash. I was like, why did you guys not cut that shot like 2 seconds earlier? Like,
it was probably just the awesomeness of having a drone shot in
it's probably
2011. This would be a great time to mention our sponsor for this particular episode. The Miscellaneous Film Festival podcast is brought to you by homeowners associations nationwide. HOAs, reminding you that if you lived here, you'd be sued by now. HOAs.
I like that
accurate. Yeah.
Thank you.
HOAs. Fuck those people.
Fucking our own people right from the start. We have to be cute and demure and have no doorbell cams.
The HOA game in Castle Hills is probably significant.
Yeah. I bet they have a lot of meetings.
Castle Hills is mostly King Arthur themed. Almost every road is like Excalibur or Guinevere. There's
I noticed
Avalon
that.
Lake
They have,
in the middle of it.
Dragon Park, like...
I mean, it's like if I had $2 million, I would probably live there.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. Within Castle Hills, there is an even more exclusive community called Enchanted Hill.
That's the, like, gated community,
Gated
right?
community, private security, all kinds of stuff. Like Google Maps will not let you see Street View anywhere near that neighborhood. So I wanted to see what these big houses where they have massive footprints.
Oh, yeah. Texas?
Tex, you just said Texas like that sums up everything.
Oh, the Texas is... You live in Texas, you have a footprint. That's how it works.
Fair. No, fair. But all in all, yeah, I will agree with you guys. It was a fun, wholesome movie. For 50 minutes, I took the ride, and unlike the next movie we're going to talk about, the Spirit Halloween, the movie, this was definitely a watered-down, safe version of the Goonies or something.
In a gated community.
Yeah.
They couldn't actually go into the caves. They just had to stay in the community.
Yeah, if the Goonies never left their gated community, this is the adventure they'd be having.
They got to look in the drain of the pool at one point. I think that's the gooniest that they probably get in this movie.
I did appreciate how very, like, 2010, like, that kid has, like, the Justin Bieber hair, you know, and that, like, his sister, like, looks very much like a teen girl from, like, 2010.
It's a snapshot.
Okay, and I don't know if we need to put this in the episode.
Okay.
Did you guys get some weird vibes between the kid and his sister, though?
Absolutely.
Like, what?
Yeah.
There was some weird, like, when they first introduced her and she's, like, in her swimsuit, I was like, oh, like, that's some girl he has a crush on. And then, like, no, it's his sister.
Yeah.
And then his friend that, like, he clearly likes is, like, very, like, jealous of his sister. I was like, what is going on here? This is weird.
Gated communities, man.
Gated communities, we keep everything inside.
There's potential for, like, I feel like a, you know, like a psychodrama thriller, you know, like a Lifetime movie to come out of this.
I like that. That works for me.
I was wondering what her fucking motivation was, other than just sibling rivalry. Like,
They needed conflict.
She was mad that everyone thought he was so perfect. Like, that was her whole issue. Was that, like, everyone likes Cooper better than me.
She's like, I'm gonna screw over this old man just to screw over my brother, and for no reason. Like, she could just have stayed out of it.
She was kind of a bully. But in this wholesome of an environment, you need something. And I think that was their, like, I don't know, let's just make her big sister a bully. It's like,
that's as much conflict as you can introduce in this kind of a film.
Oh, let's also talk about, because this was my favorite part of this movie, the mom who's baking cupcakes in the house and is very excited about the place that's coming up for lease in the community where she can start her own cupcake shop.
Yes.
It's like, it's such this cookie cutter kind of silly idealistic existence where everything can happen. All of your dreams can come true in just this little area. You never have to leave. It's kind of weird. And also, you know, hitting every stereotype. The dad who comes in at the end of the day with his tie on, gives the son a little bit of wisdom that makes the son go,
while they're playing ball.
Yeah.
Playing catch. Of course they're playing catch. Again, this is my childhood, because it's remarkable how much like my childhood this was without the, you know, $1 million homes. Just suburban Wisconsin. But it was that whole idealistic, what you think an American family is supposed to be circa like 1985 was just like the whole movie. It was kind of crazy. And that's why I think the appeal of like someone who was a kid in 1985 who's now an adult trying to start a family is kind of like, oh, that's the environment that I'm looking for.
Well,
so going back to how good of a sales video that actually was.
Well, next week we're going to be talking about a movie that definitely is not safe for kids. Spirit Halloween, the movie, in which 3 boys get trapped in a Spirit Halloween shop overnight and encounter a deadly ghost. But that's something we'll have to talk about next time. Thank you, Aileen and Nick. You guys are awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
And thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you next time.
You can find every episode of the Miscellaneous Film Festival podcast wherever you get podcasts. Plus, check us out on Facebook and Blue Sky. We post clips and articles of everything we talk about on the show. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Alien spaceship, rainbow lights, hidden figures laugh at The Exorcist, Jaws and Bruce Wayne having sex. Oh yeah.